Hi, this is Vicki Jervicus at the Greater Gainesville Chamber, and I'm the Director of Public Policy and Grassroots Engagement. And I'm delighted to welcome Adam Rosenthal with us today. He is one of our candidates for the City of Gainesville mayor position. Welcome, Adam.
Thank you very much, Vicki. I really appreciate it. And thank you for providing this opportunity. I moved to Gainesville 10 years ago from Wisconsin, seeking new opportunities to grow, and Gainesville has always provided. I've worked in customer service and technical support for most of my career, starting in restaurants and expanding into the unique startups that our city is known for. I've led teams of problem solvers by listening to those that we serve so we can better create data-driven solutions rooted in the technology that connects us. I want to extrapolate my experiences with this and continue to serve you, not just by addressing the symptoms, but by confronting the root of all the problems. In 2018, I became homeless after my family experienced domestic violence, but I was able to bounce back stronger than ever because of the innovative solutions brought through the love of my community. It gave me hope and showed me how beautiful life is when we all work together. I want to expand our opportunities through blockchain solutions, better public transportation, and cleaner, safer energy so we can lift everyone up into a new era for this city, one where no one is left behind and we all prosper through love and the technology that connects us. Building up our city won't always be easy, but the easy thing isn't always right, and the right thing isn't always easy. We do it because it's hard, and we do it together. Challenges we overcome will reward us with progress for the sake of all our generations.
Okay, very good. All right, well, let's jump in and delve into some of those ideas a little more deeply. The first question I have for you is, what do you perceive are the three most important concerns in the city right now?
So we always talk about, right now it's affordable housing and utility prices, but the root of it really comes down to affordable living. Those can all be, summed up into the umbrella of affordable living. So figuring out better how to, create a sustainable economy, a more circular economy, where we are relying on ourselves and the companies that we provide here to be able to provide us with what we need. So the second thing I believe would also be public transportation. If we have better public transportation in the city, we'll be able to make sure that everyone has an equal right and equal opportunity to be able to get where they need to go. And it will help lower our needs for fossil fuels, which are at a record high, but they have been dropping recently. The third thing I believe we really need to do is start focusing on the future. How are we going to build our city up? Instead of just taking care of the issues and putting out the fires, how are we going to remove the fuel from those fires so they never start up again? And that I want to be able to help start a smart city, one that's driven by data and driven by the technology.
Okay. All right. Well, that leads into our second question, which is, what is the role of the mayor of Gainesville?
The mayor of Gainesville, I've always seen as not just being an ambassador of the city, an ambassador to the people, a representative of the people to the government, but also someone that's able to lead with ideas and knowledge about how did we make it a city that is sustainable. If we just keep focusing on making a city that is going to take care of the issues as they come up, we're never going to move ourselves forward. And I believe that the mayor's duty is to help make sure that we just keep moving forward.
Okay, great. All right. Here's your opportunity to talk in a little more detail about your priorities and projects. What would be your top priorities and projects if you're elected?
So of course, we need to take care of the issue with utilities. That is something that everyone I speak to always brings up, that their utility bills are rising. I believe that we need to focus on sustainable energy for our utilities. We have the most largest nuclear reactor in the sky right now that we're not utilizing to be able to power our city. If we go into solar power, I think that we're going to be able to help curb our utility bill and make it something that will be able to be lesser of a cost on people. The second thing I would love to do is better public transportation. Again, that's just something that if instead of relying on a vehicle, which can get costly, it's going to be something that we're going to be able to connect the city together, be able to create more jobs, create more equity that is going to build for a more stable platform. And the third thing I would love to be able to do is start being able to utilize technology to better connect us. There are options out there that other cities, bigger cities, are using with great success, such as Miami and Washington State has also been doing this, where it's not just using the data to help figure out the solutions, but it's figuring out where can we insert technology to lift the city up and make it a more sustainable city.
Okay, very good. Okay, the fourth question is, there's been significant turmoil both within the city commission and within city staff. How do you think this is best addressed?
So for me, coming from a rough household, I realized that you can't fight fire with fire. It just makes the flames higher. So instead, the only way you can do it is just fight it with love. We just need to have more compassion for each other, understand that we are having heated arguments because we feel passionate about these things. But when it starts regressing into name calling, it doesn't become productive at all. So I feel that the real thing that we can just do is have more compassion, understanding for people, and just not meet it with the same fire and anger that it would come to.
Okay, and then the final question is one of those big wraparound questions, which is, why should the business community vote for you?
Entrepreneurship and small business is one of the key cornerstones of Gainesville. If we have a foundation that's built on love and use a small business as a cornerstone of the entire city, we're going to be able to create a better community, one where people have the freedom to do what they want to do, to provide options, to provide expertise in areas that we haven't had before. I have many friends and just acquaintances that have told me that they want to be able to start a business, but the requirements in the city aren't always as accessible unless you have the equity behind it. So being able to have a city where small business can not just be plausible, but also thrive, would be able to create a community where everyone has the freedom to provide something that is unique to them and that will be unique to the city.
Okay, very good. Okay, so we have a few more minutes. So now this is your time to expand on anything we talked about, get in anything that you didn't get to say. It's your bring us on home time.
So, one of the bigger issues that I've also wanted to address, that it's a big wraparound issue, is the issue with homelessness. Being homeless, I was in that position for about a year, and I felt invisible to people. I felt that I didn't care. But when I started asking my community, like, what can I do to get myself back on track? And they knew where my heart was at. They helped lead me in the direction where I need to go to be able to lift myself back up to where I am today. If we are able to create more business that is going to be more forgiving to the people that haven't had the greatest experience, very few people actually want to be homeless. Most people go through hard times. I've spent many hours talking with people that are homeless and hearing about the story about why they got to that position and the hurdles that they have getting out of it. And I feel that we have this opportunity right now to utilize people that want to work, people that want to bring themselves back up, and not just lift them up, but lift the city up in process with it.
Okay, very good. Excellent. Well, thank you very much for spending the time with us today. I want to emphasize that the Greater Gainesville Chamber is very committed to ensuring that every voice is heard. And so you'll find a lot of information about our candidates and about the elections and the deadlines, the dates you need to know. Please visit us at GainesvilleChamber.com and be prepared to make your voice heard with your vote on August 23rd, Tuesday. Thanks again, Adam, so much for spending the time with us today.
Well, thank you very much for this opportunity. I hope you have a great rest of the day.
Thank you. You too.